Hi everyone, it's Chenzo from Reality Art Pod, here to talk about the challenge 41, Vets and New Threats, episode 11, titled A King of Kamikaze. Last week on the challenge, after Cedric and Michaela won their first daily in new teams, Housevote Theo and Adrian defeated CT and Tay in elimination. I put a link in the description to my playlist so you can catch up on my previous recaps. If you like the content, consider liking, subscribing, and using my link to try Paramount Plus for free. But let's dive into it. The episode starts in a spooky way, with Theo calling the eliminated players ghosts as everyone passes through. CT's spirits. There's a 14-person super alliance of mostly Americans that are coming for the UK alliance, with Theo and Adrian, the clear targets, being a double UK team. The rookie men hold a funeral over CT's shorts. Rest in peace. Gabe is now living in a cursed bedroom. Ashley, Aviv, and Nani feel like they've got the game stitched up at this point, having the numbers to run the game, barring some funny business with burn votes and claim staking, partner stealing. For their daily, band together, they need to run out to get heavy items that have resistance bands on them. The heavier the items, the more resistance is in the bands. They need to collect enough bands to stabilize their pipe so one member can cross the pipe and get their flag. Fastest team to complete this will be safe. Last place heads straight into elimination. They get started alternating between guys and girls to go out to get objects. Gabe and John A are, I guess, trying to work together. Leroy thinks he has an advantage because America is light. Aviv gets a heavy ass barrel that sets her behind. Dee and Nani make an attempt to get the flag. Nani takes a hard fall into shallow water, and Dee is first to get her flag, making she and Derek the daily winners. Other teams follow suit. This was a fun challenge to watch. Lately, the challenges have been a lot of bad camera work, which makes it hard to see what's going on most of the time. This was simple and a nice departure. Gabe makes an attempt and takes a hard fall. America impresses Leroy and herself when she gets her flag. It all comes down to Gabe and John A, and Aviv and Jeremy, with Gabe and Jeremy racing out to get their flags. Well, slowly racing. Gabe pulls through in a hero moment, but still feels like he's dragging John A through the game. Jeremy and Aviv are in last place and are going straight into elimination. Back at the house, players strategize. The UK Alliance are trying to scrounge up some votes to protect themselves. Dee is trying to nominate Anissa and Jake to go against her friend Jeremy and get him to stay. Michaela hates Dee's plan. She wants the Americans to nominate Theo and Adrian again. Players are bringing the clip home for a couple's costume party. Dee and Derek, who is dressed to slay in the AI arena, are emceeing the group in hot topic questions. The disconnects between Gabe and Janae continue. Theo plans to encourage Gabe to stake his claim so Theo can save himself from elimination. Theo tells us he's gonna go kamikaze against Janae. Oop, he kind of said the thing. He tells Janae that Gabe is playing messy, which activates Janae against Gabe, and Theo and Olivia both encourage Gabe to stake his claim. At nominations, Gabe does choose to stake his claim. I'm excited we finally get to see how this plays out. He stakes his claim on Justin to steal Nani as a partner. Justin and Nani are both pissed, and this leads to a little tiff between Michaela and Theo. Gabe and Justin have to race up a mountain, complete a puzzle, and race back. If Gabe wins, he steals Nani as a partner, and if Justin wins, Gabe and Janae will go into elimination. They get started while back at the house, players just sit there, waiting and fighting with each other. Theo says everyone's a pussy, which pisses Turbo off. Turbo does not like being included in the pussy bunch. And TJ reveals that Justin won the duel. Justin got his puzzle done first and whooped Gabe's ass. So Gabe has cemented his partnership with Janae, and since he lost, Janae and Gabe are going into elimination against Jeremy and Aviv. Later, the Americans tell Gabe that he made a dumb move and would have been safe this round had he not done that. They head to the arena where they'll be playing Pull It Together. One player will race up a cargo net to pull pegs out of the wall. The other player will have to climb up the wall, putting the pegs in their holes. They need to put all of the pegs in and hit the button at the top of the wall. The first team to complete this will win the elimination. They get started with Aviv and Janae on the cargo net. They're neck and neck with Aviv to a slight lead, but their pace doesn't really matter because the men are working on putting the pegs in as they're going, and the pegs are all over the floor, so this elimination all comes down to the men, and it was not suspenseful at all. Jeremy is kicking Gabe's ass by a lot for a long time, and unsurprisingly, Jeremy and Aviv win the elimination, sending Janae and Gabe home. So we say goodbye to these players, starting with Janae, who came into the game late. In my opinion, she should have been on the main cast instead of Kara in the first place, all things considered. Through just starting late, she was pretty screwed, both in that she had no points and that half the cast seemed to have no interest in getting to know her, which put her on the outs. She ends up partnered with Gabe, who I'll talk about, but he's the reason that she's in this elimination, and he ultimately cost them the game. While there's little for her to take accountability for, she was not winning this season, even if she started day one, with any partner, so going out this way where she can pass the blame off on somebody was probably best case scenario. And Gabe, the person we're putting the blame on, who was very physically fit, he beat Bananas in a very physical elimination, but he's just so bad at the game, starting with the very beginning, not being able to get on the same page as the other rookies, which annoyed them. He just has such bad reads. His biggest failure was being unable to get along with partners, starting with Naya, who he ragged on and made himself look bad, and then Janae, same thing, and that inability to work with a partner was what cost him in the end. He got bamboozled into throwing himself into elimination, with the other players exploiting his resentment for his partners. While I'm not a big fan of his as a character, I would like to see him again on the show. It's fun to see messy instigators and illogical players in the the game. But that's all I have to say about this episode. Let me know in the comments what you thought of Johnny and Gabe's elimination. If you like this video, consider liking and subscribing. I'll be back next Wednesday with more challenge. Until then, you know where to find me. Bye.